Hello dear students! In our lesson today, we're going to do some workbook and some grammar exercises about the lessons that we have done. So, let's start with the first one. Remember that we talked about the difference between work and job? Let's see what you remember. I would like from you to find the answer and then check with me, please. So, number one. Sarah applied for a job or applied for work as a firefighter? Of course, you apply for a job. Don't forget, we said that job is countable. So you apply for a job. You count the word job. Mom will be late home from job or from work tonight. Mom, of course, will be late from her work. Number three, what time will you finish job or what time will you finish work tonight? We're talking about the place that you work and we're talking about the actual working, the process of working. So, what time will you finish work tonight? It's not the profession, it's the process of working. Gemma is looking for a summer job or for a summer work. This, the article a helps you. So she is looking for a job, for a summer job. I enjoy work or I enjoy job because I have lovely colleagues. And of course, I enjoy work. I enjoy the process of working. Number six, Mike left his computer at job or at work? You refer to the place of your work. So, at work, at the place where I work. My uncle lost his job or lost his work when the factory closed? He lost his job, of course, because it refers to the profession that he's not longer working. And number eight, what do you do all day at job or at work? You refer to the place, of course. So, what do you do all day at work? Let's move on. And we're going to revise now the models that we dealt with. You are given 3 different options and 2 sentences. So there is one extra that you do not need. It's not difficult, just make sure that you understand the sentence. So read it until the end with me. A. You needn't walk. You have to walk. You can't walk. You cannot stop here because you don't know. You have to continue reading. Why not save your energy? I will take you in the car. Since I will take you, you needn't walk. It's not necessary for you to walk because I will take you in my car. B. You what? Walk. It's freezing cold. You don't have a coat, so you can't walk because it is really cold and that is bad for your health. Number 2 in the same way, please. We're given has to, doesn't have to, or can. Beth, bring food to the party, but it's not really necessary. So she, of course, she can bring food to the party, but it's not necessary. So either she can bring or not. She can decide, but it is not necessary for her to do that. And Beth, bring food to the party. We have already got plenty. So, since we have that much, Beth doesn't have to bring any food at the party. They have got plenty of food. Let's go to the next one. Have to, mustn't, or don't have to. The students revise. The exams are in 3 weeks. So the exams are coming. So the students have to revise a lot. They have to. It's an obligation for them to do. But the students revise. The exams have finished. Since the exams finished last week, so the students don't have to study, don't have to revise anymore because the exams finished. Number 4. Has to, can, or mustn't. Katie wear formal clothes. The wedding invitation says formal dress. So, since she has the invitation that says formal dress, she has to wear formal clothes. And B, Katie wear formal clothes, but not everyone is going to be smart. So not everyone is going to wear formal clothes. She can choose. So she can wear or maybe not. She can choose what to do, but she can if she wants to. And let's move on to the next exercise. We need to choose between the two alternatives. Sarah must or has to be there at 4 o'clock. The others will be waiting for her. So, what do you think? Of course, she has to be there at 4 o'clock because she cannot leave the others wait for her. Number 2, I must or I have to stop staying up so late. I fell asleep at school yesterday. This is not a rule, it's not a regulation, but I can see some negative results here. I fell asleep at school, so I must stop staying late. The sign says you can't or you needn't park here. We're talking about parking. We're talking about rules and the regulations, so you can't park here. Number 4, I can't or I mustn't forget to speak to Dad tonight. I need to ask him for some money. So it's something that I feel that I must do. So I mustn't forget to speak to Dad. Number 5, police officers must or have to wear a uniform. What did we say? When we're talking about a regulation, we're talking about have to. So you have to do that. Number 6, you can't or you don't have to go on this roller coaster if you are less than 1.4 meters tall. Again, it's not something that you can choose. We're talking about the rules. So you can't go if you are less than 1.4 meters tall. Let's move on. Now we have 3 options. You have to, don't have to, or can't be 17 to drive a car in the United Kingdom. What does the law says? Of course, you have to be 17. It's not something that you can choose. Architects mustn't, need to, or needn't be good at drawing. We're talking about architects. We're talking about drawing. So, of course, architects need to be very good at drawing. Number 3, I must remember. I have to or mustn't remember to say thanks to Jen. It's something that you feel. It's not a rule. So I must remember to say thank you to her. You need to be female, you mustn't, or you don't need to be female to be a nurse. So is there a rule that says that nurses are all females, are all males? Of course not. So you don't need to. Number 5, students can make a lot of noise, can't make, or needn't make a lot of noise in the library. Is this something that they can choose to make noise or not? Of course not. It is not allowed to make noise in the library, so they can't make any noise. Number 6, women can become police officers, must become, or needn't become police officers if they want to. So, women, of course, can become. If they want to, they can become. If not, they are not going to become police officers. It is their choice. Now, we're going to leave the grammar and we're going to do some vocabulary now exercises to refresh our memories. We can see some pictures and we have some feelings or adjectives. And as you can see, they are negative feelings. So, looking at the picture and the meaning of the sentence, we're going to decide which adjective to use. Number 1, Mary has wide eyes. We can see her. And her mouth is open. She is very, when you look someone like that, what do you think that she is? She is surprised. She has seen something and she cannot believe it. B. Lucy is scratching her head. I think she is probably what? Take a look. She doesn't know what to do. So she is confused. She doesn't know. C. Frank is covering his mouth with his hand. He feels so, take a look at the words, he feels so embarrassed. She has done something that he didn't want to. D. Susie is biting her nails. She must be what? She must be nervous about something. How many times you've seen people that bite their nails because they don't know what to do. They feel so nervous about something. E. Bob's clenching his fist like this. Why? Because he feels really angry. He is angry. Mark is gazing into the distance. He's looking in the distance and resting his head on his hand. He seems so bored, of course. And Dan is tapping his fingers on the desk and frowning. He's doing like that. So he is feeling very impatient. He wants things to be done very quickly. He cannot wait anymore. So he feels impatient. Okay? And one more exercise. We're talking about fear and some expressions. Alison has a strange fear from fear of or fear with loud noises. She has a strange fear of the noises. Number 2, Luke is so terrified of spiders, of course, that he can't even look, what? He can't look at them. Number 3, Matthew was shaking with nerves while he was waiting for the dentist to call his name. Number 4, Kim's hair stands, that is an expression, we've seen that, it stands on end. When Kim is really afraid every time a wasp comes near her. Sometimes one bad experience can lead, of course, can lead to a permanent phobia. Lead to is the expression. Helen is really worried. What? Take a look. She is worried about, of course, walking into the party by herself. Sally's fear of flying is nothing compared to Megan's, of course, compared to. Chrissy told Paul to stop teasing her, but he continued, so he kept on doing. When you keep on and on, it means that you continue something. And Liam has tried to go jogging with David, but he can't, again we have an expression, he can't keep up with him. So he cannot continue in the same pace with him. Okay? And as homework, you can complete these sentences about you. So the last time I was surprised, for example, was when I saw a very famous person, and you can give your ideas and exchange them with your friends, of course. I would like to thank you for paying attention, and I hope you liked it.